Welcome to the entertainment segment of the Breakfast Show this morning. Of course, my name is Thelma, and we have in the studio with me Adebanke Odunuyi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Thelma. Are you falling in love?
I should ask you that question.
Why? I
I'm in love already.
You love me who?
I'm
your wife. Already. Okay, don't worry. I will not expose you to the audience and to your wife. I will
should ask you that same question.
Me, I'm falling in love with Jesus every single day. Yes, I am.
So, I'm not falling in love with Jesus, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You have that bad boy vibe. So.
Okay, now, so how's the week gone for you? How was it for you? This week has been power-packed so far. How was it?
It was a nice week. Well, the protests and everything went down. Our government is going to sort everything out very soon, so that's that. And then for the entertainment scene, Wizkid, Asake, Davido, all of them, they are just doing their own bit and all. And then Arya Star's documentary came out. Some of them are Following Your Dreams. I haven't watched that yet, but I know that it's going to be really awesome.
It's going to be really awesome.
Because since the time she came out in, I think, 2021, when we began to notice her, she has just taken, how old is she? She's like 22 now, and she has been a Grammy Award nominee already. And she's doing great things in the industry and all. So.
Well, it's good to see that my clan, my people, are doing well in the entertainment industry.
Yes, I'm so proud of Thames also, my lookalike.
Thames then,
yes.
Rema, and all of that. Your lookalike, really?
Yes, everybody tells me I look like Thames. Oh. And I don't mind. She's a very beautiful woman, so I really don't mind.
I agree, actually.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to some entertainment news. Now, this week, popular Nollywood actress Nia-Do lost the ownership of Netflix original Shantytown to Chukwunwem in a significant legal victory for the filmmaker and her production company, GCM Giant Creative Media Limited. The Nigerian Trademark Registry and the Nigerian Copyright Commission, NCC, ruled against Nia-Do. This follows a series of legal battles initiated by Nia-Do and Mini Empire Productions Limited, who attempted to claim ownership of the trademarks and copyrights associated with Shantytown. The Trademark Registry rejected Nia-Do and MEP's petition regarding trademarks Scar and Shantytown on January 10, 2024, declaring the petition baseless and without merit and confirming Uwora's exclusive ownership of these trademarks. In a separate ruling delivered on July the 24th, 2024, the NCC dismissed the petition by Nia-Do and MEP concerning the cancellation of 2 copyright certificates issued to Chinenye Uwora for the literary work Shantytown and the audiovisual work of Shantytown. The NCC found no legal grounds for the cancellation and upheld the validity of the certificate, confirming Mrs. Uwora's rightful ownership of these copyrights. Meanwhile, Nollywood veteran Moses Babatokpe, co-founder of West African cinema chain Filmhouse Group and MD of distributor Film One Entertainment, has launched a new film and TV production and distribution studio called Nile Media Entertainment Group. With a mission to transform African cinema, Nile Media Entertainment Group is focused on cultural presentation, industry excellence, and sustainable practices. The new venture features a female-led executive team, with Biola Shakoni serving as executive director and group COO, Lulu Desalu joining as executive director, Bimbola Rowley Craig as vice president of production, amongst others.
We want to make film watching, film appreciation, we want to make it accessible to all. So what are we saying? How can we find ways for people of different social classes consume films in a way that it is monetized, but it's also affordable for them? So we're talking about community screening centers. How do we power those community screening centers? Those are the kind of solutions, the kind of challenges we want to solve.
We're trying to democratize the industry. So the one thing that we're going to do is to take our stories internationally, right? I think it's important that our stories, we hear this all the time, authentic storytelling, and we are telling our stories authentically. However, we're trying to break new grounds, and we have seen that these new grounds can be broken. We have data points, that have proven that these new grounds internationally can be broken. We have data points that shows that these stories can transcend internationally.
For me, the creative industry is an industry that can create jobs, it can create wealth, it can help us tell our stories, you know, it promotes our culture, it does so many things. So the conception of Nile, you know, the launch of Nile, the Nile Group, you know, coming here today is going to be a phenomenal platform, because I think it's going to enable us to continue to tell our stories. The stories of Africa are so rich and they need to be told.
So talking about telling stories, we have a veteran actress in our midst, Thelma Chukwunwem. Chukwunwem, right?
Chukwunwem.
Chukwunwem. Okay, so Thelma Chukwunwem is in the studio with us this morning. She's a voiceover actress and has over 26 years of professional experience in the industry. Of course, she majored in theater arts, majored in film directing, and she also has a diploma in acting, voice, and speech. Also, as a student, she was also a member of dance troupes that performed at major theaters, government events, private functions, amongst others. Of course, she acted in movies such as Glamour Girls 2.
That's a long time ago.
That's a very long time.
That's a very long time.
Very long time. I mean, 1996.
Absolutely.
Wow. How has it been so far in the industry?
It's been interesting.
So looking at the trajectory, I know the time that the industry started, it seems like there was close to nothing. Now things have changed for the better.
Absolutely.
How has it been in that growth so far? How has the growth been for you and all of that?
Well, when we started, it was basically all about passion. It was what a lot of us wanted to do, and so we went for it. Of course, there's been a lot of ups and downs in the industry, which is that has to do with growth.
Yeah.
So, and over the years, it has been progressive, and we've come to the point where it has become a very sought-after industry where everybody wants to be an actor, everybody wants to be an entertainer. So you have a lot of people coming in. But we give glory to God because it has provided a lot of job opportunities for so many people in Nigeria, a lot of people in Nigeria. So, and that's that. But for us, for me, it has been growth and growth. And I'm happy that what seemed like, oh, don't do this. It has to be law. It has to be engineering. It has to be that and that and that when we're growing up. Yes, at that time has turned out to be a means of livelihood that puts food on our table, and at the same time you're enjoying what you're doing, and then you're also reaching out and you're touching lives and touching people. So it's been wonderful for me.
I like the fact that you said that you have been growing and growing. But what is the biggest challenge? And I would frankly like to hear the craziest story that ever happened to you since you started your acting journey. Something that still shocks you to today, that I can't believe this happened to me. Thelma.
Okay, but the truth of the matter is that a lot happens in Nollywood. You just take it within your stride. And then you make up your mind how you want to navigate. You have to really decide how you want to navigate. So if you want to navigate and get up there clean, you just know that it might not be so smooth. You have to learn to be patient. It might not come as fast as you want it to come, but it's definitely going to come. Okay, so when I started in the industry, of course I had one or two persons make passes, but I had made up my mind at how I wanted to run through this career. Why? Because I am trained. I didn't just happen on it. It's something I've always wanted to do. So, and for me, I just know that when you know what you're doing and you're willing to work hard and you're willing to also learn. So if there are distractions coming, you just push them aside and you continue. That's director A or producer B didn't give you a job does not mean C or D will not give you. So it's just for you to be patient. And if it doesn't work with this one, you can work with the other one. And you just make up your mind to work hard and have your head focused. And then you'll get there. Okay. It might take time, but you will get there.
I love the fact that Nollywood right now is, I would like to use the word carried by women right now, but if I'm using the word, well, please don't come for me on social media. But I like the fact that it's been carried, but still, women are still in a way marginalized normally in the workplace. So how do you think that we can increase the equality rights for women in the industry? For example, equal pay.
Well, when it comes to women being marginalized now, I can't really totally say a yes, because right now in the industry we have more female producers, I stand to be corrected, than male producers. So we have a lot of female directors, we have women even in crew. We have women who are carrying cameras, swinging booms, and so forth and so on. So a lot of women are doing pretty well. And then in Nollywood, when it comes to pay, your pay comes according to how the public accepts you, how you're doing well in the market. That determines the number of jobs you do or how your artist fee will go up. So whether you're male or female, as long as you're doing well, the audience want to see more and more of what you are doing. And then you are, we call it a selling face.
Okay.
Yes. If you are a selling face, like once your movie comes out, everybody is looking for it, everybody wants, you understand, to do, then your money naturally will just go up.
Well, what strategies would you advise or suggest to someone wanting to be that selling face? Because if nobody's giving you a film or a role in a movie, how would you become that selling face?
Work hard. Know your skill. Know your onions. Pray hard. You will get there. The truth of the matter is that if you want to be an actor and you do not know your skill, listen, it doesn't matter how many people you go through. If you're not there, you're not there. One or two persons might give you jobs because you had something to do with them, but you're not going to sustain being there because you must know that skill. Even if you do anything with anybody, that skill is important to know, so that anywhere you see yourself, whichever person you're working for, and you get immediately they say action, something else begins to happen. People will come, they will definitely give you jobs. It doesn't matter, they will give you jobs. But when your skill is not, you don't know your onions, you can't go from up to down and down to up. If you don't have it, you don't have it. That's what I think.
Okay, so what's does this thing still exist, sex for roles in the industry? I'm
sure it happens.
Okay.
I still think it happens because you still have some of the younger ones complain about things they go through, but it's like, you know when something is an open secret, something that everybody knows happens but nobody talks about it because it's a case of who is caught. So that's it.
Why is it that nobody talks about it but it's still happening?
It happens not just in Nollywood, it happens in every industry.
Okay.
Even in the banking sectors, we have a lot of things go on that people do not talk about, but they are there. And we know that those things exist, but who will build the cats? So
True.
Yeah.
But looking at this younger generation of actors now,
yes.
Do you think a lot of them have the requisite skill?
There are some of them that are pretty hot.
Some of them?
Yes, there are some of them. There are some of them who are very good. Okay. They know what they're doing, whether they are thespians or not. They have the talent, and they are willing to work harder, read more, train themselves, and there are some of them who have their heads properly screwed on, so they know exactly what they're doing. And there are some of them, one thing about acting is that once you have a little bit of the talent and you're willing to work hard, you can actually learn on the job.
Okay.
You can learn on the job. It's different from someone who doesn't even have the talent at all and the person is just trying to, but if you have the talent a bit and you're willing to work hard, read and learn more, you can learn on the job and grow. So there are some of them that are pretty good. Yes, they are.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to ask who you think those are so that we can watch them a little bit more.
Sorry, you said?
I said I'm a bit tempted to ask who those people are to you, in your own opinions, if you want.
Like the people who are doing very well?
Yeah, the people who you think are talented.
The younger generation actors who are doing very well. Okay, some of them that I have worked with, or most of them I have worked with. I know Maurice is doing well. Okay, Maurice Sam is, yes, Maurice is doing pretty well. For the ladies now, talking about the very younger ones, I think Sandra Okozwa is doing very well too.
Okay.
Yeah, Sandra, I've worked with Sandra not too long ago. Okay, I still work with Ronini lately, and Ronini is doing pretty well. There are lots of them who are young, and they are doing amazingly well.
Okay, so you were in Glamour Girls to Italian Connection.
Yes.
Back in the day when people act movies,
Yeah.
they seem to be stereotyped to a particular role. Did that affect you?
I have refused to be stereotyped.
Okay. How do you go about
It's just
changing things?
Okay, the truth of the matter is that, fine, like right now, growth, age, I play mainly mother roles now. But I try as much as possible to diversify. I don't like to stay within those confines of just, oh, that mama thing, you understand? Recently, I've done jobs where I'm playing maybe a sugar mommy or an older lady dating a younger guy, or, you know, something, a boss lady, something totally different from the regular mama thing. So it's just for you to say, oh, please, I can also do this. Oh, you're writing that script for me. Why don't you twerk it a little? Why don't you make it like that? Not necessarily, they give you mama, you just collect and just be doing mama. No. I mean, you can actually say, can we do it like this? Can we turn it around this way? And once you prove that you can, then people begin to give you that opportunity to do that job.
So let's talk welfare of like actors.
Okay.
And let's come from mental health.
All right.
Just like you said, you like to diversify into several kinds of roles.
Yes.
But I mean, how do you maintain your mental health? Because I once interviewed an actor and he was like, when it comes to detoxifying from the role that he has finished acting, he goes through a lot. And his therapist is collecting a lot of money from him every time he finishes a movie. So how has that been for you?
Sorry, who collects a lot of money from him? Say that again.
His therapist.
His therapist.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I mean, people are different, but this is my 30th year. I don't think I've had to finish any job, no matter how challenging or excruciating, permit me to use that word, even if it doesn't really follow right now, that role is. I don't think I've had to go through checking my head or my psyche or having things, you understand, because I understand that I am just becoming another person for a while. And when I am that person, I am totally that person. And when I'm done, for example, when we spoke yesterday, I was still at work. Yeah. I left work at around 11 p.m. and I'm back home, and that character is done. That's not me. This is me now, in flesh and blood. So I can't, there's no harm that person will suddenly evolve. I'm sure he didn't mean it. No. I'm just saying that, okay, maybe he didn't mean that way, but I'm just saying that I don't think whatever characters I played will affect my real life personality at any point for me as a person.
Did this come with experience with acting over time?
It came with training in school. It just came with training. You're made to understand that this is it. You're putting on another personality for the time being. And when you're done with that role, you just keep it aside and then you move on. But when you are that character, you're completely that character, whether you're on stage or you're in front of a camera. And when they say cut, that's it.
What about those who embody a character that they have faced in the past, something that brings a traumatic experience?
It happens all the time. For example, you lost a child, and then you are doing a role where your character loses a child. It's very, very possible to just draw strength and inspiration from whatever happened to you in the past and harness it at that time. If you want to cry a river, cry buckets. It's helpful at that point in time because of that character you are playing at that time. And when you're done, that doesn't mean you step out of the studio or you step out of stage with your handkerchief still in your face, wiping your face. No, it's done. It's finished, baby. Just go home. Then when it's time to do another role, then you just go on and do another thing. So with training, I have come to understand that you can become a zillion things. That's why you're an actor. And then you just move on from one to another. And it's not supposed to affect you.
Okay, so talking about one other thing she brought up, the welfare of actors.
Okay.
You're an actor.
Yeah.
And a producer.
And a producer, yeah. Yes. But does the AGN do quite a lot in terms of welfare for actors?
Well, I think sitting here, I can say AGN has done as much as they can do.
Okay.
And probably will continue to do if they have more opportunities to. That is what I'm going to say about AGN. But when it comes to you as an actor, what you negotiate is what you get. That's the truth. what you negotiate is what you get. Because if I employ you to do a job for me, and you come on set and you tell me XYZ is what I eat, I don't eat this and that and that, and we have that arrangement, I will provide what you want for you. If you tell me, oh, you're not going to pay me so amount, this is what I want you to pay me, I will provide that for you once we have an agreement. So or you tell me, oh, I'm living in Agbara and I'm working on the island, you understand, I need you to provide accommodation for me. If we have an arrangement and an agreement, I can't provide that for you. So that's why I say what you negotiate is actually what you get.
Okay. So is it possible to provide all the arrangements for all the actors?
It might not be possible to provide all the arrangements.
So do you prioritize the major faces? I just want to know how it works.
Naturally you would. In every business you would. You would prioritize the major faces, yes. But even for me, I will always say for the people who are coming in, who are younger, you don't totally disregard, and you don't just say, oh, you understand. No, you don't do that. If you're supposed to provide food for everybody, provide food for everybody. Whatever you're supposed to do, whichever one that their category falls into and they're supposed to get, then let them get what is due to them. You can't take this one to a 5-star restaurant or whatever, or buy him food or buy her food from a 5-star restaurant, and this one you tell them, sorry, you're not eating. No. If you're not giving them the same thing, give this one what is due them, and then give the other person what is due that person. That's how it works.
So before we go, because we're almost out of time,
all right.
Does our films mirror society effectively?
It does, to a large extent. Okay. Whatever we tell in our stories are basically the things that happen every day. Okay, so in cinemas we see a lot of love movies come out, and we know that. Is there really plenty of love here? There's plenty of love movie, a lot of comedic movies and all of that. So.
I think Nigerians are very funny people. Yes. On Twitter, you will just be laughing.
And we love being happy. We love being happy. Nigerians we are amazing people. We love being happy. And in every situation, we just try to create happiness. Yes. You understand? And just make the most out of it and be happy. And then there's love. I must tell you, if one person is not in love or this other person has not found love, does not mean that there are not some people who are just killing themselves, loving themselves. So there's love there. So it might not have gone round, but there are people who are
some are still very single to stupor.
Oh my God. Yes. So she had to bring that up. So so I'm on her behalf. All right. I'm saying you understand what I'm about.
Oh my. So I will deal with you after this.
No problem. All right. Thank you so much, Thelma, for coming on the program today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Our invitation. And of course, that's it this morning on the program. Of course, sports is up next with the sports team. Stay tuned.